You're listening to Nicksology on ESPN 1700. Buckle up as anything goes and having fun is the only rule we have. Now here's your host, Nick Apostolopoulos.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Nicksology. As the man said, I'm your host, Nick Apostolopoulos, owner of 619 Vodka. And, man, we have a great show for you today. The cups of liquor are filling the table. I think we're going to run out of room here at some point. Oh, man. So, we have a great show coming up. We have Chef Jimmy from the local Habit here. We have Joe and Guy from Stella Public House. So we're going to be getting to them a little bit later with some awesome drinks and food. They're going to be doing the Chefs and Shakers event next Thursday that's at Palomar, right? Hotel Palomar?
Right, at the salt pool.
Nice. Oh, hence the salt. All right, now I'm starting to get
salt,
it.
Yeah.
But first off, we're joined by our babe of the week this week, Fances. How you doing, Fances?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. You know, I was reading through your bio. I didn't realize. So you, in addition to being a brand ambassador and model, and obviously your favorite brand, of course, is 619. But,
yes.
You work with various beers and other brands, but you also do photo shoots for Penny skateboards and bikini modeling and all that other great stuff. But I didn't realize you're a San Diego native.
Yes.
You're one of the 11. This is
I know,
awesome. I've
right?
known you for like 2 years now, and I had no idea
honestly.
you were one of the 11 people that were born and raised here with me.
No, it's
That's so cool. So, so what part of San Diego did you grow up in?
North County.
Okay. And now you live in Leucadia. And have you pretty much always lived coastal?
Pretty much. I moved to Mission Beach a couple years ago, and then did the trek up to PB, and then back to Leucadia.
Nice.
And actually moving 2 weeks, we're going to go to Cardiff. Got a condo.
Sweet.
I'm excited.
I love Cardiff. I lived there for a few years. The only problem with Cardiff is every time I got in the car to go anywhere, I drove south.
Yes.
Like, I don't go surf. I don't do any of that stuff. So I'd be getting in the car and I'd be at least to Del Mar or somewhere else way south. So how did you get started in all this? Did you start doing the modeling first or the
I was going to school at Palomar
or?
doing fashion, and then I got invited to do one of their runway shows, and I met like a director for a model agency. And then kind of went from there. It was about 5 years ago.
A real one or a fake one? Like, here's my card, and I run a modeling agency. Or, you checked it out. Did all okay, good.
Which is really fun, yeah.
That's cool. And then how about the industry stuff? Like, how'd you get started as a brand ambassador and all that? Was that through the modeling? Or like, I know I found you at Block 16.
Yeah, which is really awesome, actually.
Yeah. She's doing bottle service for us at Block 16. I'm like, wow, she'd be a great brand ambassador.
I know, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was
kind of miss
great.
it over there, but, it's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, but how'd you get started with was that, like, we weren't your first, right?
No, definitely not. It was, let's say, an agency called Got Gals. So one of my friends invited me on.
Okay.
And then obviously through like the model agency that was initially doing little things here and there.
Right.
Getting into bikini and runway photo shoots.
But then as far as the spirit stuff, right, and the beer and stuff like that, that all just kind of comes out of that same.
It kind of, yeah. It was kind of like the network. Who knew,
right.
And kind of like how I met you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you'd be great. I'm like, yes, let's do it.
Awesome. Yeah, and you've been doing a lot of golf stuff lately.
Yes, there's a lot of golf tournaments
golf
right now.
tournaments that it's like every 3 days there's a golf tournament.
Rad.
That's
because
like
we're missing out. We're not sponsoring yourself.
Nobody works in San Diego.
Nobody works, dude. No, trust me.
Why is my restaurant full at 10 a.m.? Nobody works.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, no, it's freaking crazy. No,
I know.
Golf
It was all
tournaments going on and
except for us.
Right. Yeah, well, I feel bad. Chef Jimmy's saying over there, because I feel like the chefs are always working. It's the bartenders and stuff who aren't. They're the ones out. The chefs are there slaving day in and day out, and the bartenders are the one like, just we'll be back in a few hours. And then you're out golfing somewhere. Freaking crazy. Awesome. By the way, I'm already sipping on a pretty freaking amazing cocktail. This is Hendrick's gin with black pepper and seawater. We'll talk about that later. I can't believe because you went out to get the seawater. Yeah, this thing's crazy, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the best part of the show, by the way.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's funny because last week we had Daniel from Half Door Brewing in here, and he brought a growler in, and it was only three of us, and we were done with it like 3/4 of the way through the show. So I instituted for the beer guys a 2 growler minimum now. You have to bring 2 growlers if you come in, and I kind of wasn't sure if you guys were bringing anything today, and
we love to drink. Why would we not?
We're going to drink like an hour past the end of the show. This is crazy. This is awesome.
Gotta get through it.
Liquid lunch.
Yeah, totally. All right, Frances. So I put you on the spot for you. Now, come on, you got to have some good stories about times when you were working bottle service and something. I don't know.
I mean,
anything crazy? You've been in the industry.
Usually, like the crowd. Usually, the biggest ones like either the crowd or like I mean, nothing too bad with me, at least.
Right.
I mean, some friends have heard little crazy stories interacting with like certain celebrities and stuff like that, and like meeting celebrities, hanging out with them and stuff like that, but
nothing crazy.
That's too crazy.
Man, that's too bad.
I know, right? I'm trying to like.
I know.
Well,
Nothing. Fake agents? Anything? Does that still happen? People come up and go, "Hey, I'm a photographer or model." Model
through emails and stuff like that. Yeah, messaging through like Facebook or something like that. And I like research their website, and then obviously it's fake.
Send me pictures,
something like that. Yeah,
come to my hotel room.
Right. Yeah, my scam used to work for me. It doesn't anymore. Too funny. All right. Well, let's slide on over to the guys with all the great food and drink here. John. John. So John and Guy from Stella Public House and Halcyon.
Correct.
Coffee bar, is that the thing?
Coffee bar lounge.
I'm still kind of perplexed by this concept and how it works together. So you have to explain a little bit of that to me. But I'm reading through your bio. So you worked all over Vegas and especially at Curve Ultra Lounge.
Yep.
And a few other places out there.
Actually, Chef Jimmy and I were in Vegas at the same time.
Oh, I did read that too in your bio. Okay, but did you guys cross paths out there or not till you got here?
I'm sure we probably somewhere along the way we did. Yeah.
You're just too drunk to remember.
Yep.
I get it. I know how that works.
Those were the glory days of Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and so I'm reading here too. So you did that. You did all of that while being in the military.
Correct. I was active duty at the time.
And I mean, I'm trying to read here. Airman of the Year 2002, NCO of the Year 2004, all the while working in Vegas.
And going to school full time.
That's crazy, man. And 2 tours? You did 2 tours too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Afghanistan in 01, at the end of 01, and Iraq in 03.
That's insane. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Thanks, man. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't know how. I mean,
it was. I was 21 years old.
Yeah. See, I guess that's the problem is I don't remember those days because I drink all day and I can barely get up to do the radio show.
Oh, 2 beers, two beers and I'm done.
Let alone like deploying to Iraq and having to deal with that. But yeah, I am 45 now, so there is something to be said for 21 for sure.
It is. I actually turned 21 in Iraq.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
With no booze around.
Oh God.
That's right too. Because
the worst experience ever.
Right? Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah,
dude, that's totally horrible. All right, cool. So yeah, so explain to me the concept here, because so the other thing too is this is not the first one, right? Is there one in Texas?
Correct. So the whole thing started about 12 years ago in Austin, downtown Austin, with the Halcyon standalone, right on the corner of a busy intersection in Austin on 4th. Coffee bar lounge concept. It was the first real.
How long has it been there? Because I'm. My second home is Austin. I go there for South by every year.
It was like
ACL,
2002, I believe they opened up in Austin.
On 4th?
On 4th, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, it was coffee and not booze, so it was
and so
probably something I passed by.
Yeah, and they started this whole new thing. You look on the outside, it looks like a coffee shop, but you walk inside, and the wall is 15 by 10, and it's all full of booze.
Right.
And so it kind of transitioned from this morning cafe into this nighttime lounge, and 2 years ago, we opened up a dual concept, like we have here in San Antonio. So we have Stella Public House on one side, which is our artisan wood-fired pizzeria, craft beer, craft cocktails, and then on the other side of the wall is Halcyon.
So and there's one in San Antonio also?
Correct.
So what made them go from Texas to leaping all the way up to San Diego?
So one of our owners out here, the principal, he's lived out in San Diego for like 10 years now, and he wanted to do something near him. He's not near his locations in Texas, so he said, let's give it a shot here. And cool. We smacked it down in the middle of the ghetto. And
well, that's what I was going to say. How is it being out there on 14th and Island?
You know what? Since we opened up, it is just a worlds apart from where it was 8 months ago. The residents come down, they're like, do you realize before you guys opened up that there were people sleeping on your patio? and now that there's nothing there now.
Well, and you're right in the middle of that. I guess it's almost done, right? That big park they're building.
Yeah, July 1st people are moving in.
The first time I came over there, I couldn't figure out how to get into your building because there were fences everywhere.
Right. So thank God the fences are all down. There's a Halcyon sign. There's a Stella sign. It's all good now. It's it's been an 8-month process of getting just an entryway.
Right. That's cool. Well, at least it's coming together.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Well, cool. Well, we're going to break a little early here and then come back. And when we do come back, we'll start talking about the chefs and shakers. I keep getting that wrong. And then you guys have some cool cocktails for us. And so we'll talk about that and more when we come back. You're listening to Nicksology on ESPN Radio.
You're listening to Nicksology on ESPN 1700, brought to you by 619 Vodka, who reminds you to always drink responsibly. Find out more at 619vodka.com.
Hey, Mr. Credit here. If you ever catch me at happy hour, you'll probably catch me drinking a vodka martini. Now, I don't always drink vodka, but when I do, I drink 619 vodka because it's local vodka from right here in San Diego. I know the owner, and you can meet him too. Go to 619vodka.com and think 619 vodka when you're out there having a good time. That's 619vodka.com. And of course, remember to always drink responsibly.
CS Keys here to tell you about San Diego's handcrafted ultra premium vodka, 619 Vodka. It's distilled and filtered 5 times, gluten-free, and made from 100% pure mountain spring water for a smooth, clean finish. It's a 2-time silver medal winner and a 2-time gold medal winner already in 2013. America's Finest City has America's Finest Vodka that everybody can experience. Just go to the website, 619vodka.com. If you know like I know, you better tell somebody.
Bobby, you here again?
Yeah, my doctor told me to reduce stress at work, so I come to Buffalo Wild Wings to eat lunch and watch sports. I get to pick one of 7 entrees, like sandwiches and salads, plus one of 7 sides.
Well, I like sides.
It's so affordable I can finally take a vacation.
Where you gonna go?
Here, Tim, here.
Introducing the new BOTW Fast Break Lunch Menu, starting at just $6.99. Dine in or order takeout weekdays between 11 and 2. Participation and availability may vary. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, this is Carfax. You already say, show me the Carfax. But now you can say, show me millions of used cars for sale at the all-new Carfax.com, where now you can search with the power of Carfax. Want cars with no accidents reported? You got them. Used cars that are well-maintained? You can find those too. Even one-owner cars are just a click away. Plus, we're the only site where you get a free Carfax report with every car for sale. So, find the cars you want, avoid the ones you don't. Start your used car search at Carfax.com.
Super dads deserve super tools on Father's Day. The Home Depot has the exclusive Husky 28-piece combo wrench set at a special buy of only $19.88. So, let's tune up the toolbox with the strength of alloy steel. With a combo wrench set guaranteed forever. Tighten more than a few nuts and bolts for way more than a few years. Let's do this. Super tools for super dads, just in time for Father's Day. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through June 21st, U.S. only. See store for details.
For 20 years, they've been working to guarantee the right to choose the country's leaders and to define the course of your community and state. Today, they journey toward a new era. Their actions are ruled by principles of certainty, legality, independence, impartiality, objectivity, and maximum publicity. 20 years of making democracy their way of life. Electoral Institute of Citizen Participation in the state of Baja California.
And now, back to Nicksology on ESPN 1700. Brought to you by 619 Vodka, who reminds you to always drink responsibly. Find out more at 619vodka.com.
All right, welcome back. We're here on Nicksology with our babe of the week, Frances. How you doing over there, babe?
Good. How are you?
Are you?
This is really good.
Which one? I was gonna say, which one are you drinking?
This one.
Have you tried the other one too?
Yeah, it's a little salty.
These are both great. Well, they're both
But
salty.
I like the cream
wait till you
one,
get to wait till you get to the bottom of the cream one. Yeah. So,
okay.
which because that'll.
I think I've heard that before.
Kick your butt. Yeah, well, that's Okay, fair enough. If I had a nickel. Oh man. So all right, and we're back with John and Guy from Stella Public House, and yeah. So tell us about this. First of all, tell us about this drink and just to let everybody know beforehand. So this is all about the Chefs and Shakers event going on next week at Hotel Palomar. And so part of the problem, right, is that they gave you guys a theme, which is salt.
Correct.
And so that's why we're complaining about these drinks being salty. So yeah, I get to the bottom of this thing, which was great, and then the last shot was like somebody gave me a spoonful of salt.
And then coupled with we were assigned monkey shoulder scotch.
Yeah, so you're assigned monkey shoulder scotch. So this is a good segue though. So go walk us through the creation. Like, how do you decide? How do you figure out how to make a drink?
Last year,
you got to use this and you got to use that.
Last year was so easy. The theme last year was smoke, and I mean, smoke cocktails are a big rage right now. And it was, I mean, we came up with the idea in about 45 minutes. This, we've been working for about 2 weeks, and we've thrown out every single drink we've made. It was horrible. And luckily enough, we do have an espresso cocktail program at Halcyon, our sister restaurant next door. And so yesterday, actually, Guy and I were messing around at the end of the day, and we're like, all right, we got to figure this out, and ended up throwing in some iced toddy and with a couple.
Bring me some more of that. You got more over there?
Yeah, it's
Make more.
I can make more. I'll definitely make some more.
Whip some more.
Yeah, so we use the Scotch base and with our own slow brewed iced toddy mix from our roaster in Houston, Texas, and then we added in a little tres leches, amaro, some Himalayan salt, and we used a little special foam on the top of it that we're not going to reveal right now because it's the one thing that people haven't heard about yet. So
okay,
booze foam.
Yeah, it's called booze foam. It's got a little craft beer in it as well as a little booze.
I think I've heard about something like that.
Yeah. We use it on another cocktail too. It's not too hard to figure out, but
all right. And then this Scotch. I mean, obviously Scotches are the range, right? This one doesn't taste very smoky, right?
It's not peaty or smoky.
It's a blended Scotch. Monkey Shoulders blended with Balvenie, Glenfiddich, and Kinnevie scotches. So those are 3 single malts that they blend all together. They're all from the trying to think. Oh, Speyside, duh. That's like the main Scotch producing region in Scotland. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but
so
I mean,
at least you don't have to deal with that part.
Salt and Scotch just don't mix. We figured this out. Like anybody out there that's going to try this, just don't.
Well, I'm kind of figuring salt doesn't mix as much of anything cocktail-wise, does it? I mean, unless you're talking about rimming a margarita.
Yeah, right. I mean, you've got some specialty things you can do with citrus, but then to also incorporate the salt, you end up just kind of feeling the sensation like you fell under a big wave and got a mouthful of seawater. And
right. And then so you guys obviously you have to pair a food with this too, right?
Right.
That has
so
to be salt.
Yeah,
themed or something. I didn't want to say based. But.
Right. Chef Giovanni over at Stella Public House, he salt cured some smoked salmon.
Okay.
And we do. I don't know if you've had it when you've been in, but we do a avocado smush toast during breakfast and brunch.
I have not.
And
I was there just the other day, and I didn't have.
Yeah, it's the most amazing thing.
Yeah, we were there for dinner though, so maybe that's why I didn't see it.
Yeah. So he took a variation of that and put this.
Let's back up.
Avocado.
Yeah, hold it. Avocado smush toast. Yeah.
So we bake a bread in our wood-fired oven.
Okay.
Take it, put an avocado mousse smushed on it. Basically, we take whole avocados, dice them up a little bit, and then smush it down on the toast.
Okay.
Cover it with smoked salmon, pico de gallo, and chili flakes. It's phenomenal.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we took a version of that and just did it with salt cured salmon, and then he has a special little secret salt that he found at an Asian market that he's going to be using on the top of it.
Okay.
So we went with the brunch theme with this whole thing. So we've got it's like bagels and lox and coffee.
That works.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
We figured that would be unique in the competition.
So normally when you guys are doing this, you're trying to pair the drink and the food together, and this one it sounds like you had a hard enough time just getting a palatable drink. Right?
Yeah, I mean, Chef figured out his food within like 30 seconds. He goes, "Oh, I know what I'm going to do." That was a horrible Italian accent right there.
Yes. I got this toast idea. It's gonna be fantastic. And then all of a sudden,
all of a sudden he comes out of the kitchen with his toast.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and we have literally failed at least 50 times.
It was like sips, sometimes just a quick smell and into the dump sink.
Oh,
it was a big trial and error, and it was frustrating for me, like as a bartender for 10 years, having like a certified specialist of spirits, certification for mixology, and just going, why can't I figure this out? Like,
yeah,
Scotch, salt,
it's just
Scotch, salt, and it was driving me nuts. I was,
And we went through 2 $50 bottles of Monkey Shoulders.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it feels like a chef came up with the idea, right? I mean, it's clearly not I've never heard of, again, except for margaritas, I've never really heard of salted cocktails.
No. I'm interested to see what everybody else does.
Yeah.
I mean, you got like dirty martinis, you got all that kind of stuff, people like picklebacks with Jameson. So you have it exists. It's just definitely a pretty niche thing, and coming up with something when you're assigned specific ingredients like that makes it a lot more challenging.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
They better have just a ton of bottled water on hand on Thursday night next week.
Or sweets, like a lot of desserts to go with your salty food.
I'm half a cocktail in right now, and I need a bottle of water.
Yeah.
This is
the one
crazy.
right there, buddy. Oh man. So speaking of which, generally though, you guys, back to the Halcyon Stella thing. It's the same. It's basically. I mean, it's two concepts, but it's the same place, right?
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I mean, it's the same food on both sides. That kind of thing.
No.
Is it
Actually, we
different
have
food?
totally different cuisine on both sides. So
Okay.
at Halcyon, it's more light fare, sandwiches, salads. We also do breakfast.
Okay.
We do a full house brunch on Saturday and Sunday. $19, bottomless mimosas, and any brunch item. It's the best deal in town for sure.
That's a good deal. All right, cool.
And then on the Stella side, we do the pizzas. You were over there the other night. We had pizzas, small plates, macaroni and cheese, lamb meatballs. Chef's lamb meatballs are out of this world. It's Grandma Novella's meatball recipe.
Nice.
And we actually have a 100-year-old starter yeast from Naples is what we use with our organic flour to make our dough.
That's crazy.
It's Neapolitano style. We don't even try to be certified because we do stuff that's not quite Italian with it,
right.
But it's the best crust in town.
Right. And then you talk about your cocktail stuff too, because you guys have a great cocktail program over there.
Yeah, and 2 different cocktail programs as well. So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
At Stella, we have 30 beers on draft, all craft. We don't carry a single domestic product in the building.
Okay.
And then we have a bourbon-inspired cocktail program, as well as a beer cocktail program too. And then on the Halcyon side, we have espresso cocktails, and then a bunch of really cool signature cocktails that we do across the board: gin, vodka. Guys made a few things up with carrot juice and a lot of different aromas and flavors. We try to keep it original.
So how do you decide the cocktails for like each side of the house? I mean,
so when we originally
kind of more, like you said, light and lunch fare versus heavy dinner bourbon kind of stuff.
When we originally opened up, our friends actually had just opened up a bar up in Oceanside, Mission Avenue Bar and Grill, and so we went up there and we said, "Hey, can we take over your bar for a couple nights?" And
just kind of went mad scientist.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Created about 100 cocktails and kept one of them.
Okay.
And
mostly for the drinking of them.
Yeah,
it just was.
It was a long process, but it's just all about trying to find the right flavors. And actually,
there. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's all you.
That's all you.
All right.
That's all you.
Awesome.
But that's how it goes. You kind of just start throwing stuff together as a bartender. You know what flavors go well together, but.
See, the salt came out on top of that one, and it's good. Like,
it's really good.
On top. Yeah. Did you get to the bottom of that one
That's kind of why
I just shot it. I was like, I'm going to do it. It's okay.
Sort of the, some people might think it's like a little less like, well, you didn't really incorporate the salt, but to me, putting it right on the top, you're getting it in the front of the palate, and then the rest of the drink's kind of taking it away. Like,
no, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's growing on me.
Yeah.
Like, it's really like I might, because it's just like any other cocktail, right? Sometimes you want sweet, sometimes savory, sometimes smoky, and so I could see I couldn't drink 5 of these.
Yeah.
But I could see maybe walking in and going, oh yeah, I'll have one of those.
Right. And plus, it's completely different than this other thing we're sipping on here too.
Well, and not to segue to a totally different place, but one of my favorite cocktails, honestly, in all of San Diego is the Azteca over at Blind Burro.
I don't think I've had that over
and
there.
it's mezcal. Have you like that? Yeah, it's mezcal and who knows what other stuff and salt, and it's smoky and salty, and it's really like, again, you can't drink 5 of those things.
Right.
And it's the only cocktail, by the way. I love this. It's the only cocktail that has meat in it. They basically take jerky and put it in as a garnish.
Yum.
Oh, nice.
So you get to snack on your beef jerky and drink the drink. It's awesome.
I love those cocktails.
That and some chips and you're done. I don't know how they serve food around there because I don't ever buy any. I just drink my meat out of the thing and some chips and I'm done. But that drink is one of those where I never would have thought I liked it, and now I recommend it to other people, and they're like, "What is it?" And they take a sip, and it's interesting enough, and I feel like that way about this drink now. Like, oh, this is cool. I could drink this. The salt hit me up front. I like it.
We very rarely have somebody come in and order like multiple espresso cocktails in a row. Because there are.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true too.
It's a desired flavor to begin with in coffee, but they're mostly on the sweet side.
Right.
And so, generally we get people come in. We do tableside s'mores at Halcyon, so you get a little s'mores
I was going to bring that up. Oh, dude, that was the coolest thing ever. We went there the other night after this.
Yeah, we called it the Tinder special.
I didn't know. Oh, is that what it is? That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's awesome.
No, we went there. So it's funny because we went to dinner before, and then before the Stone show, and then afterwards we went back and had the s'mores. And I didn't know they existed. My buddy's like, "Oh, we got to go have these s'mores." And yeah, you're sitting there at your table making freaking s'mores. It was awesome.
Oh, there's nothing better. So
who the hell invented that, by the way?
You know what?
Is that you guys?
One of our owners down in Texas, she she started doing it now like over 10 years ago, and there's other places that have popped up that started doing it. But we basically took an Asian poo-poo platter with a mini hibachi and then just put marshmallows and Hershey's bars on it.
It's freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
It was so good. It hit the spot.
It's perfect on a night like tonight. We do Tuesday night movies on our patio.
I saw that too.
Yeah, so we're doing movie
What's tonight's
nights.
movie?
Tonight's Karate Kid.
That's right, Karate Kid. I was like, I might have to go down for that.
Yeah, and you know, so just for all the listeners out there, we do have a little picture of Danielson hiding somewhere in Halcyon right now.
Okay.
And if you can go find him, you get a free cup of coffee. So, yeah, he's hidden somewhere inside Halcyon. He's lost.
Nice. Okay.
But,
that the s'more thing was great. And in fact, it's just a little plug. Because I was thinking, oh, that's really awesome. And we're about to come out with our infusions, and we're working with. We're working with Bird Rock Coffee Roasters to do some roasted coffee for us, and we've already made 2 different, just coffee infusions. No, just a touch of sugar in them, but basically no sweetness to them. And I was sitting there going, oh, right now, just like that, a coffee vodka on the rocks and some s'mores. I was like, this would be so perfect.
we serve it with our chocolate espresso martini, and it's just
nice.
But again, you're not going to drink more than one of them. Like you're eating s'mores and drinking one of those.
Right.
That's the triple buzz.
Kind of deal.
The triple buzz.
Right.
The coffee cocktail is the buzz and the caffeine buzz, and then you get the sugar rush, and it's just.
Oh man,
it makes for a great Tinder date.
It's like those, yeah, exactly. No, it's like we were talking about the other day. There's like actually a couple of vodkas out there. I'm not going to name the brands, but they're actually like taurine, and they're like energy vodkas or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why wouldn't you just put some Red Bull in there or something? But yeah, can you imagine making like a coffee espresso martini as one of those? That's not that good.
Yeah,
too much.
I would drink it all day.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
I've been working in restaurants and bars
I need
for
one
years,
today.
and now we have a coffee shop like this. I don't know who thought of this concept originally, whose original idea it was, but God bless them. Because
right.
I can get through a 15-hour day because there's just a endless supply of coffee over on the other side of the restaurant.
Right, and really, I mean, good coffee.
It's good coffee.
Really good coffee.
Yeah.
Do you guys use? We only have a quick minute left, but do you guys use anybody local? You said you get your stuff from Texas,
right? So we have a roaster that does all of our coffee for us out of Houston called Cat's Coffee, and then we also feature a guest roaster from around the country every month. This month it's Buddy Brew out of Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
And actually, we're trying to work out a deal right now with Bird Rock to actually go to Texas. Obviously, we don't want to do it here.
Right.
We're in San Diego.
Okay.
But, feature Bird Rock. At our Texas
that'd be
locations.
awesome. Yeah. No, Bird Rock does some great stuff, man. That's totally cool. Yeah, and I'm telling you, this drink, I totally grown on me now. I'm afraid. I'm like, oh, I want another one, but yeah.
I mean, you should just do it.
Well, the thing is, okay.
It's
all right,
12:30 on a Tuesday afternoon.
Fine. It's 5 o'clock. All right, sweet.
There's 7 people in here drinking on a Tuesday afternoon right now.
All right, well, so let's take a break real quick, and then when we come back, we've got Chef Jimmy from Local Habit, man, and his cocktail's awesome, too, and he's got some amazing fish dish over here, too. So
yeah, he does.
We'll be right back with all that right after this.
Hey, Mr. Credit here. If you ever catch me at happy hour, you'll probably catch me drinking a vodka martini. Now, I don't always drink vodka, but when I do, I drink 619 vodka because it's local vodka from right here in San Diego. I know the owner, and you can meet him too. Go to 619vodka.com and think 619 vodka when you're out there having a good time. That's 619vodka.com. And of course, remember to always drink responsibly.
CS Keys here to tell you about San Diego's handcrafted ultra premium vodka, 619 Vodka. It's distilled and filtered 5 times, gluten-free, and made from 100% pure mountain spring water for a smooth, clean finish. It's a 2-time silver medal winner and a 2-time gold medal winner already in 2013. America's Finest City has America's Finest Vodka that everybody can experience. Just go to the website, 619vodka.com. If you know like I know, you better tell somebody.
Enter Sport Clips Haircuts Father's Day giveaway and you could win a trip for 2 to the Greenbrier Sporting Club to play golf with NASCAR superstar Denny Hamlin.
We're losing the turns. I need a rear suspension adjustment.
It's a golf cart, Mr. Hamlin. We'll include airfare for 2, some great dining, and a $400 Greenbrier gift card.
There's no burnouts in golf, Denny.
Visit sportclips.com/Father's Day to enter. Sport Clips. It's good to be a dad. No purchase necessary. U.S. only. Age 18 or older. And 6/19/15. See rules at sportclips.com/Father's Day. Void where prohibited.
To create the new Subway Turkey Italiano melt, we begin with freshly baked bread, tender turkey breast, savory Genoa salami, spicy pepperoni, melty provolone, fresh veggies, and new Subway vinaigrette with oregano, a hint of garlic, and black pepper. These tastes uniting in a sandwich like no other. The magnificent new Turkey Italiano Melt. Only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh. Limited time only at participating restaurants.
This is John Feinstein, and this is a CBS Sports Minute. The only thing more foolish than buying a lottery ticket and expecting it to make you rich is attempting to pick the winner of a major golf championship, especially a major golf championship played on a golf course that almost no one in the field has ever laid eyes on. That's why a headline that says McIlroy, Spieth, heavy favorites for Open makes no sense at all. That doesn't mean Rory McIlroy or Jordan Spieth won't win the Open, but their chances aren't any better realistically than, say, Hideki Matsuyama or Phil Mickelson, or even the golfer formerly known as Tiger Woods. Maybe the wide-open fairways will work to Woods' advantage here, or maybe the need to drive the golf ball a long way will make it impossible for him, because when he pulls his driver these days, bad things tend to happen. Best bet, try Powerball. I'm John Feinstein.
Welcome to Staples. How can I help you?
Hey, Staples guy, how do I know I'm getting the best price on this laptop?
Staples will match our competitors' prices, even if you find it online.
What about this tablet?
Price match guarantee.
And the smartphone?
Yep.
What about these ink cartridges, my chances of winning the lottery, and toner?
Guaranteed, no way guaranteed, guaranteed.
Make on budget happen, make best prices happen. Staples, make more happen. This week at Staples, save up to $200 on select laptops.
Offer ends 6/27/15 in store and online while supplies last. Price match good at checkout for items from retailers operating online and retail stores or products sold and shipped by Amazon. See store or staples.com for details.
The following is what happens when you make the switch to Pennzoil full synthetic motor oils.
Hennessy Performance made the switch and broke the land speed record. Sonic boom, anyone?
Dodge switched to Pennzoil full synthetics and created the world's most powerful muscle car.
And this is what happened when Team Penske made the switch in their Indy cars. We have a new champion. Make the switch to Pennzoil Synthetics at your local 7-Eleven.
And now, back to Nicksology on ESPN 1700. Brought to you by 619 Vodka, who reminds you to always drink responsibly. Find out more at 619vodka.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Nicksology on ESPN Radio. Sorry, we're drinking and talking in the background. I feel like I've said this last week too. I feel like sometimes the best stuff is what happens off the air.
There's whipped cream going everywhere.
Man, come on, we gotta get back on. What's going on here? So we're in studio again with Frances, our babe of the week, who's been really quiet. You need to talk some more, babe.
I know, right?
Have some, yeah. You drink more, and then you'll talk that. Okay, we're getting there.
We're getting there, yeah.
She's got like double fisted over there.
Here, fired up a little bit with this guy. Spray that everywhere.
So that has booze in it?
Who's got the Tijuana whistle?
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, now see, that's what I need on the soundboard. If that's not here, they got to. Okay, now now I have a mission. I can get that loaded in, and that's perfect for the show.
You need one of those guns now.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So we're sitting here with John and Guy from Stella Public House, drinking, and the cocktail I have in my hand right now is this amazing gin concoction, and it's from Local Habit and we're here with Chef Jimmy.
Right.
Now, Jimmy, I'm looking you, as we said, were in Vegas the same time John was, but you worked for Emerald?
Yeah.
And tell us about that. How was that?
Actually, Emerald caught me my first break as a kid. I graduated culinary school. He was kind of like a mentor to me, and he literally, I wanted to work with him in New Orleans, but I couldn't get down there because he wasn't really busy. But then he called me back about 2 months later, and he was like, "Are you interested in Vegas?" 21-year-old kid. I'm like, yeah.
Hell yeah. Dude, yeah. What the heck, man?
Yeah. So, I mean, I went out there, worked 6 years with him, opened 2 restaurants, and, it was a great start to my career.
And you were at Delmonico's too, right?
Yeah.
My parents love that place.
That's a phenomenal
it's their favorite.
place.
I honestly haven't been there. I've been to the Fish House. Yeah. I haven't been to Delmonico's. I know. Well, now I'm hoping I can get like the inside hookup over here. There's got to be some benefit to this radio show thing.
Right.
But yeah, so that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it was a great start to my career, and then from there, I mean, I lasted 18 years in Vegas, and then I just started jumping around from restaurant to restaurant.
Dude, I love how the thing is, I lasted 18 years in Vegas. Not like I had a great time. I was there. I lasted 18 years in Vegas. I made it through.
That's a lot,
like 50 years.
It was.
Right. No, I believe it, dude. I totally believe it.
The first 4 years is kind of a blur. You know?
Yeah.
Being 21 years old, and it's like a kid at a candy store. You just had everything.
Dollar drinks at Moose's on Friday nights.
Yeah.
It was
good time. Great resume builder. And from
yeah,
there,
you went on to work with there's Carlo Pellegrino, Sammy DeMarco.
Yeah.
That's all really cool.
Yeah, they're all celebrity chefs and really down to earth people and great resume builders. But besides that, it was just different culinary things to go about. Italian, French, Mediterranean to round out my career.
Right.
I didn't want to be pigeonholed into one thing.
So and you're originally from the East Coast, right? Massachusetts,
yeah,
right?
God,
I love that. I went to BU.
Nice.
And so you went through that. You did Vegas. How did we rope you into coming out to San Diego? You came out here for Union Kitchen. Is that when you first
I had a friend out here who was going to be one of our managers in the Union family, and then I saw the weather and I was just like, wow, let me see, 80 or 105.
Right.
Beaches or sand?
Beach or, yeah.
There was sand. There's a different sand.
Right. When your only beach is at the MGM.
Oh yeah, right. The pool
right,
parties,
the pool or the Mandalay or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So San Diego was something that I had to do, and I came out here and opened up Union Kitchen, and then a buddy of mine, Josh Kopelman from Dining Out, introduced me to.
Oh, I know Josh. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Nick Bruin, and Nick's a New Orleans guy. I have New Orleans background, so introduced us, and the fit's perfect. It just brings me back to my Emerald days,
we should tell everybody. So now you're taking over the local habit, basically.
Yeah,
right?
local habit.
That's awesome.
Up in Hillcrest.
Awesome.
Up in Hillcrest, 3827 Fifth Ave, and it's a really good fit for me because I get to bring the fusion of all the other restaurants and stuff that I've done in my career, and then just fit it into their style. So I'm not pigeonholed into just classic New Orleans gumbo and etouffee.
No, and that's what I like because I like that stuff too. But it's.
Yeah, I mean,
it's nice to do something different than just the classic. Right. Oh, hey, it's gumbo or jambalaya.
No, we had a 6 chefs last week in my restaurant, and that was not a nightmare. It was a great collaboration, but it's kind of funny to work with 6 chefs in one small little restaurant.
Right.
And it was great, but it was just like I created some stuff. Duck confit, Trinity bread pudding, blackberry fig compote. So it's way my vision of he just gives me the reins. It's like just stay within our concept and then just kick it up. So I did,
right.
And
awesome.
each day is different. Tonight we have $1.25 oysters, which is a great deal. And then all throughout the week we do specials throughout the week. On Saturdays we're going to start doing shrimp boils. So and Sundays we do jazz brunch with this girl Tori Rose and the Hot Mess Trio the first and third Sundays of every month, and it's just the jazz brunch is just great,
Dude, so that sounds like a blast.
Their biscuits are phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
He makes one of the best biscuits I've ever had.
The problem is it's not good for me to know that. That's the thing. It's one of those. Now you shouldn't have told me that.
We stay within French toast and French toast and chicken and French toast. Excuse me. Biscuits and gravy. We do black beans and rice. We do black beans and rice on Monday nights, for $5. We had a great happy hour, and especially some of the stuff that we brought today, to stay within that salt kind of concept.
Right.
Our vision was, let's turn it around just a little bit. We'll keep the salt content in there, but we'll go salt and pepper.
Yeah, tell us about this thing. It's cod, salted marbled potatoes. This thing looks great. By the way, we'll post pictures of this on the website and Facebook after the show.
Yeah,
this thing looks great.
So I stayed within the salt content as curing the cod. Curing takes about 7 to 10 days. Heavily salted cod.
So when you do that, is that kind of like when they used to preserve fish and stuff like that?
It'll preserve.
But it doesn't dry it out too much or something, or you can still cook it.
No. It totally. It actually tenderizes and moisturizes it.
Okay.
And so what you want to do is heavily salt it for 7 to 10 days. Take it out, rinse it off lightly, pat dry it, which I did on the radio show this morning, and then I pan seared it, and then I just made these beautiful marble potatoes, and just kind of blanched those in salted water. Take them out, let the salt reduce to almost like a syrup, and then throw them back in there. Finish it so it really becomes really old salty potatoes, but without overwhelming.
Right.
And then I took a poached egg and peppered it, so it's pepper poached egg, and then the watercress everybody knows is kind of peppery, and made a watercress puree and a watercress salad. So again, we fell into the lines of salt and pepper, so that was our theme. And then we came up with a drink.
This drink. So go ahead, tell me about the drink, and then I have some crazy questions about the sea.
What we did was we stayed with we did the Hendrick's gin, and I infused it with I just took some Hendrick's gin and threw some black peppercorns in it and let it sit there for about 4 hours, and so it became nice and like spicy because gin has that lavender kind of floral kind of taste.
Yeah, especially Hendrick's. I love Hendrick's.
Yeah. So again, what we did was we'll stay within the salt and pepper kind of context of the drink, and we did some roasted pepper syrup. So I just took some red bell peppers and fire roasted them, and then put them into a simple syrup and cooked the simple syrup with the fire roasted peppers. Strained it out, and now you have an infused simple syrup with smokiness.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I need to try that at home.
And then the salt content comes in with
yeah. Tell us about this seawater. Did you just took a boat out into the middle of nowhere and started scooping water out of the ocean? Like, how did this work?
Isn't that illegal?
I'm trying to picture how this. Well, no, because the drought doesn't count if you're out on a boat.
Right.
But I mean, so and by the way, you're doing your part because you're not using regular water. You're going out and getting seawater.
Exactly.
So we're helping the drought.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not ruining the drought when you drink this. Yeah.
We go 30 miles deep. Fishermen's call deep water or blue water the purest form of some salt water. So we went out 30 miles out. We dropped 50 feet deep, and we captured some really cold, crisp salt water.
So so you did that specifically for this drink?
Yeah.
Okay, and you just called up your local fisherman? Like,
no.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, I need seawater.
No.
Let me just flip through the yellow pages. Oh yeah, seawater retrieval. I'm just trying to figure out how you. I mean, it's a great concept. It just seems so crazy to me.
No, our consulting chef, one of the owners, he has a boat, so he's always out fishing and this and that. So he literally went out there, grabbed some deep blue water, and then what we do is we boil it up, clean it up, then chill it back down. So now you have some deep blue water, salted.
So you have a stash of this right now, because obviously this is for next week, right? So you got a stash of that hiding somewhere.
Yeah. So we threw a little splash of that into the Hendrick's gin, the roasted pepper syrup, and then finished up with a little bit of muddled mint. So that's what you're catching. You're catching the saltiness, the pepperiness of the gin, the syrup. So it's a good. Mixture.
I like this one a lot. I'm a huge gin fan, and but that's the thing. I would have never thought about putting salt into
this doesn't even taste like gin anymore.
Right. It doesn't at all. I mean, you can tell there's I like Hendrick's. You can tell the floral stuff's underneath. Yeah.
It's so good.
But it's so ridiculously good.
I finished mine. I'm on guys. The monkey shoulder.
Yeah. Speaking of which, not to just rant, I want to try that straight up at some point.
Yeah.
Just try it up.
Throw me that bottle, guy.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, I'm just so amazed by this seawater thing. This is great. Hopefully we don't see like a run of all these bars now trying to do seawater drinks and there's boats racing out of the ocean. Oh, maybe I can make a business out of this though. Hey, get your fresh seawater. We'll just go out.
Chef can be your consultant.
Dude. And I could just basically fill up buckets and pour kosher salt in them and be like, hey, I went and got seawater. Here you go. It's seawater. Throw some seaweed in it here. Right, exactly. Yeah.
They got that new desalination plant up in Carlsbad. Just stop through there.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
If you want the more earthy, you can go to the dog beach over in OB and get that.
Well, I can tell you this crazy story, which is that when we were, thanks, man.
Drinks just flowing around.
So when we were... When we were putting the vodka together, right? We one of the things we thought were one of the suggestions that was made to us to try and make it sort of local and figure out what else we could do to tie in San Diego was, when you're filtering these things, they like you've seen vodka filtered through diamonds, filtered through this, filtered through that,
and you just chose to filter it through scorpion peppers.
Well, that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, dude, I got a whole separate story about that, which is that the government is giving us crap because they want us to make the label in such a way that people don't think we use scorpion peppers to, like, distilled peppers to make the vodka.
Why is that?
Because apparently you can. And I'm like, of course you can, but who's going to buy like, it's corn. It's it's like, so anyway, that's a whole separate story. But when we were starting the vodka, so we had all the, and like our vodka is actually filtered through charcoal filters and lava rocks because we work with the guys in Oregon up there. Mm-hmm. But one of the suggestions was, hey, why don't you go, because sand is a good filter, why don't you go get like San Diego beach sand and then filter through that? That was my exact thought.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, and it sounds interesting until you go, yeah, I've been to the beach and I've seen beach sand.
Have you
that
been to PB?
Not sound appetizing to me at all. Right now, I mean, I was like, okay, I guess we could go to Coronado, but yeah, it just. But that was a suggestion we had, is filter it through beach sand. I'm like, no. That's not
that
doesn't
sound like a good idea.
There's way other cooler things we could do to. So I mean, I even feel like diamonds and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. That's just, why would you filter your? I guess I get it.
Yeah, that's a little excessive.
Yeah, it's a little excessive. So sorry, Jimmy. Back to you real quick. I have a question. I was looking at your menu. Mm-hmm. And I forgot to print your cocktail menu, by the way, because they had some great stuff on there last night. But I've never seen before Creole pizzas. Is that a thing, or am I just new to the game and missing it? But it sounds amazing because I love pizza, and I've never seen it done with that kind of flair.
We have a couple of different types of pizzas. So we have an all organic stuff that which we're shopping for daily through all the local farmers markets, and then we have our Creole pizza. We tend to.
Are these like spicy? spicy? Are they?
No. We have a Creole spice that we usually use for our meats. We make all our meats in-house: sausage, chicken sausage, andouille, the bacon. Yeah, we make it all in-house. So again, like a Creole pizza that we ran special last night. It's an andouille pizza, andouille sausage.
Okay, over there.
A little too much salt.
The last of that drink.
I'm telling you, dude. The last part of that thing. Actually, I think the key is though. Here's the thing. I drank my second one fast, and if you do that, then then the salt doesn't have time to settle to the bottom.
What are you
so
encouraging?
So you just need to drink fast. Is the key
on the bottom? It's just lingering.
Right. So the key is just
Chef's crying over here.
What we're saying is, if the pounding drinks is clearly the way to go. Yeah. So all right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Nothing. I don't have a problem. I'm just trying to get down to the. What'd you say? We have half a drink. I said I'm still searching for the other half.
Oh, that's awesome.
Man.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
you guys make all your own meats and stuff in house.
We make our own meats. We make our own breads, which makes our another part of the menu really special is our po' boys.
Okay.
We do 5 or 6 different types of po' boys, and the bread is just cooked daily, fresh. So that's what stands out from us. With making your own meats in house, with making your own fresh bread. It's just a phenomenal menu, and the locals really have embraced us, and that's what I appreciated more. I was downtown and I opened the restaurant, and you didn't have to do anything. You just opened the doors and they were coming in.
Right.
Now we're in Hillcrest. We rely on the locals, and the locals are really, really grateful for.
Yeah, it's a really different crowd, but it's a good crowd.
Yes, because
you get people that care about what they're eating.
They
and all
do.
That kind
They
of stuff,
care about what they're doing, especially being all organic and locals. They keep the biggest compliment is them seeing 2 or 3 of them keep coming in every week, and that's what means a lot is to support the local community and buy local, meet the farmers, and go all organic, and it's great, and it's a new chapter in my life, which I'm really happy to be a part of.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. I'm really excited to check it out. I mean, especially, I love Cajun food. I used to make my own jambalaya. I'm way too lazy to do it anymore because it's just
it's a process.
It's a process. It's a total process. We were talking with Chef Rock last week. It's the same with Greek food. Like Greek food's awesome. I'm Greek. I grew up, but it's a 3-day cooking marathon.
Oh yeah,
to make anything Greek, it's just ridiculous. So, but now I know I got a great place I can come out and have it. And I really want to try one of these pizzas, man. They sound really, really good.
Yeah, the pizzas are great. And then again, I'll have specials throughout the week. Whether it be salad specials, whether it be entree specials. I try to keep something salad special, keep an appetizer special, an entree special, and then just go off that and keep it fun. That's what's great about cooking is just keeping it fun.
Yeah, awesome. All right, well, I'm getting yelled at, so we're going to take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about your 4-year anniversary and some of the other events coming up this weekend. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to Nicksology on ESPN 1700. Brought to you by 619 Vodka, who reminds you to always drink responsibly. Find out more at 619vodka.com.
Hey, Mr. Credit here. If you ever catch me at happy hour, you'll probably catch me drinking a vodka martini. I don't always drink vodka, but when I do, I drink 619 vodka because it's local vodka from right here in San Diego. I know the owner, and you can meet him too. Go to 619vodka.com and think 619 Vodka when you're out there having a good time. That's 619vodka.com. And of course, remember to always drink responsibly.
CS Keys here to tell you about San Diego's handcrafted ultra premium vodka, 619 Vodka. It's distilled and filtered 5 times, gluten-free, and made from 100% pure mountain spring water for a smooth, clean finish. It's a 2-time silver medal winner and a 2-time gold medal winner already in 2013. America's Finest City has America's Finest Vodka that everybody can experience. Just go to the website, 619vodka.com. If you know like I know, you better tell somebody.
Hey, Billy Ray, I called our guy, Gary Cooper from Mountain Trust Mortgage and Realty last week. Met him for lunch.
Did you?
Was looking at a refi, and while rates are still incredibly low,
right,
the warning is they're on the way to going back up here soon.
So we need to jump on it right now.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. And it doesn't really matter what kind of loan you have or maybe what you need, whether it's VA, FHA, conventional, whatever. Gary has got all the programs and all the creativity to get it done.
So if you're considering buying a home or a refinance, call Mountain Trust Mortgage and Realty because they have all the programs that are are available in today's market, including the down payment assistance program. Did you check out mine?
I didn't, because in this case, that if I was trying to buy today, I'd be looking at that no down payment assistance.
Right.
You ever call 5 different companies, get 5 different answers? There's this whole little weird shell game that goes on in the lending industry. Gary don't play that game, homie.
He doesn't, and he fully educates you and guides you in making the best decisions for you and your family's future.
Call 858-376-1299. That's 858-376-1299 for Gary Cooper, Mountain Trust.
Real estate broker license 01367668.
And now another golf confessional brought to you by Golfsmith. Recently, a man decided to spare his family the expense of Father's Day. No lunches, cards, or gifts. Then he heard about amazing savings on the latest products at Golfsmith and immediately changed his mind. Besides, he could always be thrifty on another holiday, like Valentine's Day. Hurry in for savings on prior generation Titleist Pro V1s and FootJoy DNA golf shoes this Father's Day, only at Golfsmith. Anything for golf.
Hey everybody, Scott and BR for Sonic. And Billy Ray, every day is happy hour at Sonic because they're offering half-price drinks from 2 to 4 p.m.
That's very unique, Scotty, and I can also tell you the menu, equally unique items such as foot-long quarter-pound conies, handmade onion rings, cherry limeades.
Yeah, those cherry limeades, over 1 million drink combinations, making Sonic America's ultimate drink stop. Hey, new locations coming to Riverside, Menifee, and Pacific Beach this year.
Sonic, America's drive-in.
Station at dinner, next thing I know, Master's Kitchen.
Welcome back to Nicksology.
I haven't been there yet, and I live up there.
Sorry,
I
once
always
again,
drive
off
by.
air, going better than on air. Talking about next week's guest, and now we're trying to decide who's going to win the cocktail competition that I didn't know I was having. So anyway, welcome back to Nicksology. Babe of the week, Frances. How you doing over there? How's that cocktail treating you?
It's really good.
She's 4 cocktails deep now.
How many is that now?
It's probably third.
Probably
So when you don't know, that's a good sign. That's an excellent sign.
Well, I
I don't know,
didn't eat this
3,
morning,
4,
so I'm like,
some number of cocktails. I don't know. Oh man, and we have Joe and Guy. John. I keep calling you Joe. We have John and Guy here. At least I
It's all
get my own mistake from Stella. Right.
I forget my own name right now.
Man, and Chef Jimmy from the local Habit. And by the way, I'm trying now this monkey shoulder scotch all by itself, and this is really good.
It's good stuff. That's why we chose it.
So is this something? I know you said you kind of were given a list to choose for the thing. Is this something you also were already carrying at the
Yeah,
thing?
we already carried it
Okay.
too. That's we kind of knew the flavor profile of
Where
it,
you
and
were
that's
going
why we
with it?
chose it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, mid sip. Don't stop talking when I'm drinking.
Still alcohol.
So yeah. So events coming up. We usually try and wrap up the show with events. There's not really a whole lot going on this week. Obviously, the Chef and Shakers event is next Thursday, and we'll have another restaurant on next week to talk about their stuff. But there is the only thing I really care about, I guess, is the distilled. No, it's the craft spirits thing,
San Diego International Beer Festival.
Yeah. Now, clearly, have you been to this before?
Yep.
So I've been to this thing 2 or 3 times.
Awesome.
And all I can tell you is I remember the beginning and I don't remember the end of each one I've been to. It's crazy. And there's 100? Are there 100 breweries? How many people? Are there?
I think there's 300 beers that are going to be, and it's going to be
300. Holy cow! Yeah.
Wow.
And unfortunately, we're on stage at the end of the event, so I don't even know if anybody's going to be sober by then.
No, they won't. I'll tell you, they won't because I'm kind of. It's one of those things I feel like I shouldn't talk about too much because I don't know how they get away with it, but. But I mean, it's $30 or $40 or something. We tried to get somebody to come on and talk about it, but it's like unlimited tasting.
Yeah,
and especially if there's still 2 sessions.
There's 3 sessions, I think, this year.
3?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm just going to give you a little pro tip.
Okay.
Go to the last session because nobody wants to take anything home.
And I'm going to be there.
Right. Oh, well, then even better. Right. John will be there, and nobody wants to take anything home. So when you go up and go, they're like, yeah, sure. And then, yeah.
And
the good thing is it's the fair, so you're not,
And you get some food from us, too. Chef's going to make some fresh mozzarella.
So wait, so they're doing food this year? They haven't done that before, right? Is this a new thing?
No, they do stage demos for beer and food pairings.
I haven't been in a year or 2, so it must. Yeah, so that's kind of
it's kind of limited.
It used to be just drink beer
Nothing
and
as good as our spot.
and walk around the paddock. Yeah,
yeah, it's going to be a cool event. Hopefully, we have some sober people, enjoying fresh mozzarella.
All right, cool. Well, that sounds great. And then and Chef Jimmy, you guys have Your 4-year anniversary coming up.
Yeah.
So that's July
17th. July 17th.
Oh, why did I think the 20th?
Wow, that's
okay.
awesome.
Cool. And
Yes.
so what do you guys do special stuff around that day? Obviously,
Yeah, we're gonna stick to the New Orleans themes. We're gonna do Cajun, Creole. So in that regards, we're gonna do a few entrees that are Cajun style and a few entrees and sides that are Creole style. Cajun would be like the slow roasted pork belly with Creole agave, some Cajun fried chicken and andouille sausage, jambalaya. Portobello mush debris.
Jambalaya. You had me at hello.
I know, right?
Okay.
And on the Creole side, we'll do the seafood gumbo, veggie stuffed mirliton, blackened fish with chai butter and oysters Rockefeller. So
so I should not eat for 3 days beforehand and be ready for the event. That's what it sounds like to me, man. Holy cow!
You're gonna have some head-on shrimp for this, because I am there.
We'll see if you ask for it. We'll specifically do it. We do that the head-on shrimp on Saturdays for shrimp boils.
Okay.
And we do this other. It's a barbecue shrimp, so it's kind of like it's a butter and Worcestershire base with shrimp. It's just a phenomenal slop-up sauce with some of our fresh baked bread.
Nice.
We know where we're
Awesome.
going now, guy.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, that was the whole hour, man. I mean, boom,
Wow.
it's gone. So, yeah, I want to thank everybody. Frances, thank you for coming on.
You drank a lot in an hour over
I
there.
know.
Frances did pretty good, yeah.
Oh no, what happened?
John and Guy from Stella Public House, get down there and try those s'mores, man. I'm telling you. And then Chef Jimmy from Local Habit, thanks for coming by, man.
appreciate
Thanks
you
for coming
having
on,
me.
guys.
Thank you.
And
Thanks, Nick. I
episode of
appreciate it.
Nicksology, and we'll do it again next week.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Nicksology on ESPN 1700, hosted by Nick Apostolopoulos. Nick is the owner of 619 Vodka. Find out more about this locally owned vodka at 619vodka.com.